Previously on Ultimate Spider-Man, Spidey's investigation into the Green Goblin's attempts to kill Wilson Fisk led him to teaming up with the Goblin to take down Bullseye, Assassin for Hire, and Fisk's right-hand man. In the aftermath of the fight, Goblin hacked into Spider-Man's suit and unmasked the hero, but he paid Peter back by revealing his own identity, orphaned millionaire Harry Osborn. Both vigilantes are looking to change the world, but can they work together and become partners in crime? Or even friends? It's April, and it's date night. Peter and Mary Jane have left the kids at home for a night on the town, and they're not doing it alone. It's a double date with Peter's new pal, Harry Osborn. It's been about a month since the mutual unmasking, and I assume they've got to know each other a bit better. If Peter's willing to introduce Harry to his wife, then they must trust each other. And we also meet Harry's wife, Gwen Stacey. Wonder why she didn't take his last name. Gwen mentions business meetings, so I think she helps run the executive side of Oscorp, but whether she knows of her husband going goblin mode is unclear as of yet. Okay, I was wondering about this. Mary Jane has recently started her own PR firm. I wondered how a photographer had such a nice apartment. Her modelling days gave her the experience of handling branding, and she went from there. Cool. Also, this public relations stuff could factor into Peter's Spider-Man stuff later. We all know what Spidey's like with keeping the public on his side. She often does work for Damage Control, and recently, Ben and J. Jonah Jameson's new news station, which they finally named as, get onto this, The Paper. Suppose it's easy to remember at least. Whoa, hang on, what's May's problem with Jonah? He's great. Gwen wants to support The Paper, while Harry thinks the only real change will happen from people taking action themselves. Also, I'm not sure if they straight up mention this in the book, but Peter has in fact been taking photos of Spider-Man for the Bugle, like in usual continuity. It seems like Gwen shares some of her husband's viewpoints. They think that the world needs changing, and it's up to these Spider-Men and Goblins and Men in Masks to do it. The people currently in charge have too tight a grip on the media for normal people to break through. And back at home, we finally get a bit of insight into Peter's son Richard. He's proud of his granddad Ben for what they're trying to do with the paper, and I'm actually curious as to what the plan is with Richard, because so far he's been purely background. Maze took the spotlight really. Richard isn't the only one interested in Ben and Jonah's new endeavour. Gwen wants in as well, and she's got the money. Harry hasn't known Peter for long, but he's already reading him well. He can tell that Spider-Man's still a secret from Mary Jane, and Harry has in fact told Gwen all about his greener side, because Harry believes that he can't live the vigilante life and not have it spill over into the personal ones. Peter thinks the secret keeps her safe, but Harry disagrees. He does, however, still want to partner up. Harry's got the gadgets, but Peter's got real power, so if they want the world to change, he's gonna need Spider-Man's help. Also, sorry, but Peter says here he's good at stopping bad guys, but I've read every issue so far and he's successfully stopped one bad guy, and even that was with the Goblin's help. Don't big yourself up too much, Peter, the shock is still out there. And it's Harry Osborn dropping the responsibility line in this one, no way dude. Has he convinced Peter that they need to take on the world together if they want a chance to change it for the better? That's something Peter's going to have to think hard about, but with his family behind him, I'm sure he'll make the right choice. A whole issue with no Spider-Man, that would normally be a problem if it wasn't so character driven. This issue's done some heavy lifting with the motivations that will surely carry the characters from here on. Gwen Stacey is a hit or miss character for me. I liked the original Ultimate one for having attitude because 616 was just a stock standard girlfriend. And this Gwen seems good so far, she seems like she's going to play a massive part. And when she teams up with Ben and Jonah, I think she'll be doing like a corporate version of what Harry does as the Goblin. I think she's going to try and help her husband achieve his goals through other channels. Harry also mentions being a normal guy in a suit. That's possible foreshadowing there, because maybe if he and Peter end up splitting up, Harry could think he still needs real power. He could do the Goblin Serum crap and that'll mess him up and give us an evil Green Goblin later. Although I kinda like him as a hero currently. In fact, it seems like most of the characters are gearing up to help Ben and Jonah. Mary Jane being a PR manager and Gwen having money to spend. Maybe while the Bugle's anti-Vigilante, the paper, will be pro, and it can shine a good light on all the new heroes of the universe. Harry is clearly going to be a huge part of Peter's life from now on. Him dropping the responsibility line tells us that. But with Harry Osborn guiding Peter into Vigilante life, will Peter be able to keep up with Osborn's more cynical worldview? We'll have to find out next time.